What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Full Metal Geek. This is the tournament. It's round 2. I'm making sure I got host with me this time because round 1 was terrible, and I got one for this match too. I got Amaru Moses over there. Amaru, I know you lost in round 1, but how's it feel to still be here in round 2 in some capacity?
I've never hosted a Geek match, so you hit me up, and I was like, yes, now let's go. It'll help me somewhat study. It'll let me not have the pressure. It'll just let me be around anyway. Because sorry, the two of you who are playing, but if Albert doesn't win this tournament, if he does win this tournament, I feel a little better. So that'll work.
No, yeah, absolutely. This is a very interesting matchup we have right here. One of the matchups everyone expected. Actually, probably the only match that was expected. This is the only we had a few upsets in round 1, but this is the one where we didn't. The number 1 and the number 8 won their first round matches, so here they are facing each other. We have David Garcia versus Sandy Robinson. This is an interesting match right here. These are two gentlemen. Both have been to the big show before. Just David more recently. If you count David, he just lost the snowball, so he's gearing up, ready to go. And Sandy hasn't been around in a while, but Sandy loves to play and Sandy loves to show up. So I'm just interested to see which Sandy is going to show up. Is it going to be the still Sandy that we all know and love when he's just like, hey, I'm going to answer questions, and if I win, I win? Or did that little win in the first round put a little bit of fire under his belly? But we'll find out when we talk to them real quick. So let's go ahead and talk to our competitors real quick. First, we will talk to our higher-ranked competitor. That is David with his representation, Adelaide. David, good to see you again here in round 2, securing your spot, but now still going for that title shot. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Like, this tournament is I just want to see how I am level-wise after that 2-week fiasco, so to speak. So just feeling it. And the first match went well. Sandy's a great competitor. I have seen him. I have talked to him a lot of times on call. So I'm not taking anything for granted. I just answering all the questions I can, man, like I always do.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's always good to see you because we know what you can do. And, being in the tournament always you get to show that a little bit more because it's a longer process. So, Adelaide, how do you feel? Y'all got past round 1. Is round 2 just another stepping stone, or are you afraid it's going to start getting harder?
Of course it's going to get harder. You get higher in the tournament, the questions are just going to get harder. That's how you test these competitors. The thing I know is that David's great. And no matter what happens to him, I believe in David every match he takes. We're going to get to 2 hopefully for a third time. And this is another step in that process. And I fully believe that he can beat Sandy today, and I can't wait to see the fruit of his labor.
All right. Well, good luck to y'all both. We'll be back with y'all real quick as we talk to our number 8th ranked competitor, and that is Mr. Sandy, the Sandman Robinson. Sandy, my good friend, welcome back. Here it is in round 2. How you feeling, man? Going up against number 1 contender.
It's not something that I'm used to. I don't usually in my travels within trivia, whether or not it be regular trivia or inner geekdom style things. I'm used to being a higher rank than this, so I don't have to play the killers all at once. But you know what? It's been a while since I've shown these young whippersnappers a thing or two about how to play this game. So I'm going to put my teeth back in and answer some trivia questions. And, unfortunately for Rue, and unfortunately for David, he's a great competitor. But the Sandman wants his name to be remembered in the stars as the greatest of all time. And
that's what I'm wondering about, because we get the Sandy that's cool, that's collected, talking about whippersnappers, but how much of that fire, since not being in the brawl, has really, really gotten to you? Like, how much do you want this? Because I feel like it's there.
I want it. I want it. I had such. My match between Robert is one of my favorite matches that has ever happened, because I sucked so bad early and I almost psyched myself out, and then put on probably one of the better performances that I've put on in a match to just catch up. and make it so Robert just a tiny bead of sweat formed on the top of his brow, but the rest of him was cool and collected, and he put me in my place. I want another chance, and I want Nick or whoever is the champion by the time I get it. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. I'm not as old as everybody likes to think that I am. And, well, I mean, I am, but it doesn't mean the brain's gone. You know, I'm not 80, not 90 years old. And by that, man, I know lots of 80 and 90 years old that still have all their faculties. I'll still be answering questions. So, you know what, David, it's going to be a great match. I respect you a ton. But you are the doorway to the next round. And that's what I have to look at.
All right, some fire under the Sandman. That's what I like to hear. Let's go ahead and bring in his opponent. Gentlemen, we, of course, are going to start number one. Round number one will work like this. Each you will receive 10 questions from throughout Geek. You'll have 15 seconds to write down your answer. Once time is up, you will reveal your answer and vocalize it. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. If either or both of you go perfect in this round, there is a bonus question available. Keep in mind, gentlemen, for the entire match, you have 3 repeats and 1 challenge. David, are you ready?
Yep.
And Sandy, are you ready?
I believe so.
All right, then we're going to start with question number 1. Category number 1 is Wizarding World. Wizarding World. What is the name of the magical bank in Diagon Alley in the Harry Potter series?
If you had a magical bank, how would you actually feel putting your money in there? Would you be worried to just disappear?
No, I would totally put myself in a magical bank, and I want a magical doorway to that bank in my garage. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, we start with David.
Gringotts.
And Sandy.
Gringotts.
Both correct.
All right. Question number 2 comes in the category of heroes and villains. Name one of the 2 villains who are genetically altered to be turned into a warthog and rhino in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows.
So I'm actually going to change my answer to that first question. Where I want my secret door to be is I actually want a safe. And when I open that safe, it takes me to Gringotts so I can get to my safe. That's what I want.
There you go. You want to
that gets me to the bank.
You just want to go in the cart to get to your safe, don't you?
I kind of do. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Sandy.
Bebop.
And David.
I still haven't seen that one. Grog.
That is unfortunately incorrect. We're looking for Bebop or Rocksteady. Sandy going up by 1 as we get into the third question. Gentlemen, this is in the category of Middle Earth. In the Hobbit series, what is the name of the assistant to the master of Lake Town?
Now, RJ, if you could be a master of any place, where would you be a master of?
You're looking just for the name.
Just the first name is fine, yes. I'd want to be the master of the gym. And if anyone gets that Disney reference, you get bonus points with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But I actually wouldn't because I don't work out. Let's get an answer from David.
Alfred.
And Sandy.
Sunny.
David is correct. It was Alfred. Tie game.
All right. Gentlemen, your next question comes in the category of MCU. Your question. How does Maya Hansen die in Iron Man 3?
The stares to that question were not what I was expecting from that question.
No, not at all.
I'm going to mute. My board is right here.
The perks of having roommates.
Oh yeah, the beautiful, beautiful benefits. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I really hope I get my own room when I go to school. Pens down. Let's go to Sandy.
She burns to death.
David?
She's shot.
She shot is actually the correct answer. She is shot by Killian. Now David going up by 1 point. as we get into question number 5, gentlemen. This is the category of Marvel. This is non-MCU Marvel. What is the preferred weapon of Colonel Stars and Stripes in Kick-Ass 2?
Okay, so you have your name, the Red Ranger. What's the weapon of the Red Ranger?
Now, see, that's hard because, like, I want the original Red Ranger weapon, but, like, me personally as, like, a fighter, I feel like I would do better with either some sort of, like, staff or a dual-wielding weapons, preferably, like, axes of some sort. I'm not going to lie. I'm down with, like, the dual-wielding.
Rubear has the staff. I like the staff.
Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I'll get the axes. That way we don't clash with weapons. All right, pens down. We start with David.
I put a baseball bat.
And Sandy?
I said guns.
The baseball bat is correct. 4-2 as we get into the next question.
Just as
Mr.
the
Root.
countdown was going on, and I didn't repeat. Damn it.
All right. So, question number 6 comes in the category of DC, regular old DC. What government position does Tim Robbins' character Robert Hammond have in Green Lantern?
Oh,
Good old
Had such high hopes for this movie. Such high hopes.
the hopes were high. They didn't meet, but then it returned at the end of Deadpool 2. So
Yeah. I really hope HBO Max pulls it off with the series because this is my favorite DC superhero. So I really hope it does well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Sandy.
I have no idea. I said he's a senator.
And David?
I also said senator.
Then you'd both be correct. He was a senator. All right, gentlemen, this is your next question. Question number 7. This is in the world of DC or the DCEU. What is Harley's favorite breakfast food as revealed in Birds of Prey
okay.
or the emancipation of one Harley Quinn? Yeah, I went there. You're
Fantabulous.
welcome, world.
Fantabulous. All I'm going to say is I saw it. I want one. I won't say anything else.
Yeah, like it's just the way they show it to you in the film. You're just like, who wouldn't want that? I mean, that's kind of the point, but yeah. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And thank you for that, because I always forget the fantabulous part because it's already so long. Let's go to David.
It's the egg sandwich.
And Sandy.
I said Pop-Tarts.
It was, in fact, the egg sandwich.
Nice.
All right.
You can.
All right.
Question number 8 comes in the category of Star Trek. Who tells Data to deactivate his emotion chip in Star Trek First Contact?
See, I like when I can see things that people can't see. Like, David made a face that I feel his manager did not appreciate because his manager's going crazy in the background, like, oh, you got this. And the way that David froze just makes me laugh because I'm like, I'm sure David will get it, but it just makes me laugh that the reaction does not match manager and competitor. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Sandy.
Picard.
And David.
Picard.
Picard is correct. All right, gentlemen, your penultimate question. We are going to the other side of the galaxy with Star Wars. Star Wars. Which planet system does Luke find Yoda on in The Empire Strikes Back? This question brought to you by the game of softball. That's all this question is. Root like that one, and that's all I needed. One person to smile at the joke.
Yeah, I've heard jokes like that before, but when they're delivered that well, you can't help but smile.
I appreciate that, sir. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with David.
Dagobah.
And Sandy.
Dagobah.
Both correct.
And they spelled it right, which I never knew
Yes,
how
they
to do.
did.
Never knew
No
how to
bonus points, but kudos.
Yes. And category 10, of course, RJ hasn't said it yet, but I get to everyone's favorite mixed bag. And your question: what's the name of the new addictive drug in 2012's Dread?
Oh,
Rue, I
Again,
don't condone drug use, but would you try this?
No. No, drugs are
I'd be
bad.
very tempted. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not
Not at
gonna
all.
lie.
Not at all. Good.
I'm just kidding. Kids, don't do drugs, even if they look super cool in 3D. And 5, 4, 3,
Don't forget the 3D.
2, 1. Pins down. We start with Sandy
No idea. I said Special K.
and David.
slow-mo?
Slow-mo is the correct answer.
Oh, nice pull, dude.
David pulling that right at the
Bad,
end. All right, so
thanks.
that ends round number 1. Score is 9-5 as we get into round number 2. I've seen people come back from worse. Actually, I've seen Sandy come back from worse. So let's see if he can do that as we get into round number 2. Round number 2 works like this, gentlemen. I will present you both with a wheel. This wheel has 10 slices on it, 8 categories, and hero and villains pick. You each get a spin at the wheel. Whatever category you land on has 5 questions in it, each worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can go down to multiple choice. However, it takes the value also down to 1 point. You are awarded a respin unless you land on villain's pick. So let's keep that in mind that there's also stealing in this round. So David, you are in the lead. You are the higher ranked contender. So I will present the categories to you and your manager, and y'all will decide whether y'all would like to spin first or defer. The categories for today are mixed bag, DC, Star Trek, MCU, Wizarding World, Middle Earth, Star Wars, and Marvel. So, David, after hearing all the categories, would you like to spin first or defer to the Sandman?
Oh, I like
Uh,
that wheel.
yeah, it's not bad. I believe we can afford to go first in this one.
Yeah, I will say, if you want to go second, you can decide whether or not you want to shoot for 2 on some questions. Because, no offense, Sandy, like he's gone 50% in round 1. I think we can take that bet more often than not. So I think spinning second actually here is better.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we are even like, yeah, let's
Right.
let's go second.
Okay, going second. All right. Adelaide goes away. And Sandy, this will be your spin. And it lands on mixed bag.
Yeah,
Would you like to use your
spin that
respin?
again?
Yep. I have to try to ask, but I don't blame you for interrupting me. We
Don't
spin
even.
again.
I mean, it could be bad, but
No, it seems to be worth it because it missed mixed bag and gave you hero's pick. Do you need a reminder of the category, Sandy, or would you know the category you'd like to take?
I will take Star Trek, please.
Going
All
chalk.
right.
Going chalk.
Yep.
We
All
are.
right. Gentlemen, just remember to keep your hands visible at all times during this round. Managers in the background as well. And Rue, whenever you're ready.
All right, Sandy. So here come your questions in the category you chose, which you will choose forever. Star Trek. Question 1. What is the name of the Vulcan science officer who is joining the crew of the Enterprise at Kirk's request at the start of Star Trek, the motion picture, who has an accident in the transporter?
Fuck, I know it, but I just. Damn
5,
it.
4, 3.
Multiple
2.
choice. Shit.
All right. Your multiple choice options are Sonak, that's A, B, Rand, C, DeFalco, or D, Perez.
It's A.
A, Sonak is correct.
Damn it.
All right. Question number 2. What system of planets does Soren try to manipulate the energy ribbon to pass through so he can go back to the Nexus?
The Viridian system.
Viridian's correct for 2 points. All right. Question number 3. Whose birthday is being celebrated at the end of Star Trek Beyond?
James T. Kirk's.
That is correct for 2 points.
And the lead.
All right, so on to your, and I don't get to say this often, pen or pent ultimate question, depending on who we are. Question 4 in Star Trek. When Admiral Marcus confronts Kirk on the edge of the neutral zone in Star Trek Into Darkness, Kirk tells the Admiral that Khan is located where on the ship?
Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
First
All right,
repeat.
first repeat. When Admiral Marcus confronts Kirk on the edge of the neutral zone in Star Trek Into Darkness, Kirk tells the Admiral that Khan is located where on the ship?
Damn.
5, 4,
He's located
3, 2.
multiple choice. Shit.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, the med bay, B, the transporter room, C, engineering, or D, the bridge.
Can I get the options?
Yeah,
one more time?
Amaru, give him a technical. You froze up for a second just so he knows he heard him correctly.
All right. So we have A, the med bay, B, the transporter room, C, engineering, D, the bridge.
He's in the med bay.
That is incorrect. David, your options one more time for a 1-point steal. Is it A, the med bay, B, the transporter room, C, engineering, or D, the bridge?
All right. I was thinking medbay too. Can I get a repeat of the options for free?
No, that's going to cost you if you want to use
Let's see.
it 5. What was that?
C, as in C.
C, engineering is correct for the 1-point steal. All right. Ties the game. And your final question in round 2 for Star Trek. What instrument does Data say he plays in Star Trek Insurrection?
Five, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat.
1.
All right.
Second repeat.
Repeat. What instrument does Data say he plays in Star Trek Insurrection?
Five, 4, 3.
Data plays the violin.
For 2 points, that is correct. Nice way to end
All
that
right.
one.
Yep. After Sandy's round, he's gotten his score up to 12 to David's 10, but it is now David's spin. So we bring back in Adelaide and we bring back up the wheel. And yay, we bring up the right wheel. That never happens. And David, this is now your spin. And it lands on Star Wars. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
I think we take it. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take it.
Yeah. All right. We got this.
All right. Just remember hands at all times. Let me get down to the questions real quick for y'all. All right. David, are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Your first question in the category of Star Wars. Besides Luke, who else ignites Luke's green lightsaber in Return of the Jedi?
Darth Vader.
That's correct for 2 points to retie the game. Your next question. What is the name of the First Order captain who commands the Dreadnought at the start of The Last Jedi?
Captain Kennedy.
That's correct for another 2 points and the lead. Your next question. What is the name of the small creature that had captured BB-8 in a net when he was rescued by Rey in The Force Awakens?
The name of the creature, not the race.
Yes, his actual name.
Tido.
That's correct for another 2 points. Your fourth question. What nickname does Ahsoka give Jabba's son in the Clone Wars movie?
Stinky.
That's correct for 2 points. And your last question. In Phantom Menace, what is C-3PO missing when Anakin first turns him on?
I'm just going to say one of his eyes.
That's correct for 2 points and a clean sweep of the round. The match is now 20-12 as we get into round number 3. Round number 3 will work like this, gentlemen. We have another wheel for y'all. This wheel has only 6 categories on it, each with 3 questions, a 2-pointer, a 3-pointer, and a 5-pointer. Each of you will get 3 spins at the wheel, 1 for each question of each point value. If you get that question correct, you will get those points. If you get it wrong, nothing happens. We will stay with the competitor who is behind until they take the lead over their opponent. So, with that being said, let us remember that in this match, this round, you also have a respin available, but only 1. If you choose to respin on your 3-pointer, you cannot respin on the 5. So, with that being said, Sandy, you are down. So we will be starting this round with you. Gentlemen, your categories in round 3 are going to be Mixed Bag, DC, MCU, Worlds of DC, Marvel, and Star Wars. So, Sandy, this will be your 2-pointer spin. All categories are eligible.
All right.
And it lands on DC. Would you like to keep that for your 2-pointer or use your respin?
I'll keep it.
All right. And I will be handling your questions in this round. So, Sandy, for 2 points in the category of DC. In Superman 2, Zod and his criminals deface what U.S. monument?
So, the outgoing orange dildo that runs your guys' country wanted to do the same thing to Mount Rushmore.
That is correct for 2 points. All right. Sandy getting...
I saw no lies. I heard no lies detected. No lies whatsoever.
No lies detected. So, but we are in an interesting situation with this, Sandy, with the points left available. Sandy must hit his 3 and his 5 in order to take the lead over David. So his 3-pointer will actually be very important as we bring back up the wheel. Sandy, all categories are once again available as we spin. It actually lands on DC again. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
I have to keep the respin for 5, so I'm going to try to answer this one.
All right. Keeping the respin for 5. Have to answer this one. All right. And Sandy, do keep in mind you only have 1 repeat left.
Yep.
We'll get into your 3-point question. Your question. What is the name of the character played by James Marsden in Superman Returns? Just need the first name. Five, 4,
Jason.
3. And your winner, by way of technical knockout, David Garcia. We're looking for Richard Perry's nephew.
Richard, I knew if you would have asked me for his last name, I would have known exactly who he was. But damn it, no, that's fair.
No, so let's go ahead. We're gonna talk to Sandy real quick. Sandy, my man, dude. What I love about you is you never give up. You were down, you fought back, you never gave in. Do you wish you would have saved those repeats? That's all I gotta ask.
No, I used them for the right way I wanted to. Star Trek was my was my saving grace, getting it on a respin pilling heroes pick. I don't need to say this to the viewers, but I do tend to do well when I respin in round 2. More than often I get my category or I get heroes pick. So no, I knew that I needed to get as many points on that as possible because David was so far ahead of me after round 1. And then I knew he was going to be, he's lights out and everything else. Right. So I knew what the wheels showed, and I knew the only chance that I had was to get villain's pick. And then I would have given him mixed bag, because he's strong on everything, but he landed on one of his strengths, and that's just the way it is. We played a game where there was no excuses. We both got our strength. And you know what? I just fell a little short in round 1 and in round 3. So, good win for David. But you're right. I'm not giving up. This is the tournament. I still have the rank of 8th. In rankings or wherever my ranking is, now. But I'm still here, and I'm still going to be here. And I just got to put some more work in watching more movies. So I haven't seen Birds of Prey yet. I know, give me the gears on that one. I haven't seen Birds of Prey yet, so I had no idea that an egg sandwich was a viable answer. She's Harley Quinn, for crying out loud. I thought for sure it was going to be some kind of candy breakfast of some type, but you know what? It's all good. I made it through, so I don't have to retest to be able to play whenever the next match that I get is. And unlike some people. But no, David's an impressive character and an impressive player, and I love him to bits. So I got nothing to complain about.
I was gonna leave this alone, but you made that shot, so I gotta ask. A couple of those Star Trek questions were a little hard. You think you need to go back and watch a little bit?
Well, seriously, if we were going to get into the questions, I would say my Star Trek questions were a lot harder than David's Star Wars questions. But you know what? It is what it is. It's a deep category. I pick it all the time, so it's going to be there. Do I have to watch some more? Yeah, probably, because I'm weaker in the ones that I don't necessarily watch a lot, like the motion picture. I knew that it was Solek. I knew it, but I just didn't want to take the chance that I would mispronounce the last part of the name. So and of course, as soon as I knew it was the right name, but you always have to, and this, you always got to go back and rewatch and do some things. And this is the second match in a row where I had a little bit of difficulty with round number 2 with Star Trek. So yeah, I think that advice is well received. I think going back and taking another shot at both those movies, or all of those movies, will help me out in the end, or for my next match.
Well, Sandy, you did still do a good job today. Like you said, you're safe, so we will definitely see you next season, man. Good job. We'll see you then.
Awesome.
All right, now we will go ahead and talk with our winner today, David, my man.
Yep.
2 down, 2 to go to get back to 2-wig. How are you feeling?
I always feel great if Ruiz in the call. He's my good luck charm. But no, look, Sandy said it. We both got our strengths. I just got some round 1 questions that I knew. The slow-mo one, I have seen Dread recently. So yeah, I'm happy because I finally got 10 for 10 Star Wars round again, because that hasn't happened in a while, and I started rewatching the movies because I wanted to, but also because to remedy that, and I did. So that's always good.
Yeah, going forward, now waiting for you in round 3 will be the winner of Thomas Scully and the upset of the tournament in round 1, Eli McKeag. So would you rather finally go up against Mr. Scully? You are two of the Titans that have never faced off here, at least in Full Metal Geek. Or would you rather see another upset and go up against Eli?
So, you know what? I'm going to let my manager answer that first, and then I will answer.
I mean, in all fairness, I think a lot of competitors do generally want the easier match, and unfortunately, Eli is that, even though he's a great player. But right now, Scully is our white whale. I talked to David a lot about this, and Scully is one of the greatest Geek players of all time. We want to face him. David wants to play against one of the greats so that he can really be one of the greats. Some of y'all may not think that, but hopefully, if he faces Scully and he wins, I guess we give him the respect. If we face Eli, that's great. I love Eli. He's a really awesome dude. For everything he does, fucking holy in Full Metal Geek, I hope that we get to play Scully. He's one of my closest friends, and I really hope that David can show up against him.
Yeah, but that was I have been wanting to play Scully one-on-one for a while now. Him and I have only shared the ring once, and it was a team match. And I know Scully is one of the greatest in both Geek and fandom, and I have been wanted to play him like forever because A, I know it's going to be a fun match. He's a great dude. And B, because I have said it many times, I came here to play against the best. And Scully is one of those. So, yeah. I want Scully.
All right. Well, we'll see if you get what you want when it comes down to round 3. But as for today, a job well done as always. We will see y'all in the next round. Maru, last thoughts on that match?
That was an entertaining match. Sandy did have a little difficulty going out of round 1, but it ended up being strength for strength. Those to me, both the Star Wars and Star Trek questions got deeper. They get chosen a good amount. So you got to know a lot more of it. And just today, David knew a little bit more about the Star Trek than Sandy knew. Sorry, about Star Wars than Sandy knew about Trek. And I know he was so close on that round 3 to try to get David to answer a round 3 question. Just didn't turn his way today.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, great match, great what you want to see in round 2. And, you know, it gets me just more excited for round 3. But that does it for us for this episode of the tournament, ladies and gentlemen. Do what you're always supposed to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all the nice things that you people do for us. And for everybody, for Sandy, for Adelaide, for David, for my co-host, Amaru, I've been your host, the Red Ranger. I'm still not introducing myself at the beginning. Nope, still not doing it. Keep forgetting to do it, but I don't care because y'all know who I am. And I will see you guys next time here at Full Metal Geek.